please introduce yourself, tell us what you do, and tell us more about Hummingbird EV.
Yeah, no, thank you. Thanks for the time. Again, this is Rakesh. I represent Hummingbird. I'm one of the founder and the CEO for Hummingbird. We're a company based out of California. We're into the commercial electrification of trucks. We've been in the US for about 10 years. Recently, we've started to get into the overseas market for market expansion, beginning with the UAE, focused on the GCC market entry, and India focused more towards the Southeast Asian market entry. Now, at Hummingbird, we're primarily driven with the technology-first approach. We're always trying to bring in solutions that are that can be widely adaptable for different use cases, user-specific, user-driven applications, more from the commercial vehicle side. When you look at it from a tonnage, it's more from a US class perspective. We call it as a class 4 to a class 7 segment. And from the rest of the world perspective, we, anywhere payload between a 5-ton to a 25-ton platform. So these are big trucks. The technology is completely designed and owned and protected and built by Hummingbird. And that's pretty much it. So we're in the market adoption and market expansion stages. We've been heavily driven on the engineering side. We worked very closely with State of California and a few other customers that we have, and we have product that's proven, and we're trying to get to scale to the market in volumes in future.
And what is your current requirement? What exactly are you looking for in terms of capital, in terms of strategic support?
Yeah, so this is our first time we're trying to raise fund from the only investor we have on the cap table. This is more strategically to position the company for a faster growth going ahead. We've always operated as as lean as possible. Now, with that said, we're looking at a pre-Series A fund. The fund is about $6.2 million, out of which our current investor had already, given us a support for the 1.2. That leaves us with 5. Now, the 5 million is primarily going to be used to scale the team and get into market acquisition in the UAE and the India market. So that's how we're trying to get in, what we're trying to utilize it for within the next, 1 year. And after 1 year, hopefully by end of Q2 next 2026, we'll be getting into a Series A fund.
Mm-hmm. Wonderful. And so you have raised capital before. What were your main struggles with the first raise?
I think, like I said, we only have one investor on the cap table, right? So it's been more at the seed level. That investor, we were lucky enough, where they believed in what we as a team can offer and can do. So they've stuck with us for a good part of 9 years. That says something, right? Like in terms of value creation to the customer and the investor as well. Now, at that stage, 10 years back, it was more on a mutual need basis that, we were able to start off the venture. For us, even prior to Hummingbird, both of us come from the electrification background, more from the vehicle software and vehicle integration. So for us, it was more about getting into the product level of a design, towards getting the cost down and bringing the modularity, right? So that was our intent. And from our investors' side, it was more strategic for them, where they have a niche market, underground mines, and they're a vehicle manufacturer for underground mining vehicles in China. So for them, it was more of a strategic requirement to where they needed to electrify their fleet, and they believed in the know-hows and the potential of the team, and we've collectively gone in and given a proposal, and that's how it happened. So it's not much of looking for outside investors, right? So
right. So today you had your Co-Investing Atrium, where you had a number of investors coming to listen to your proposition. How did you decide to go ahead with this proposal? What appealed to you?
See, in the process over the past 6 months, us trying to raise for the first time by ourselves. I mean, I'm an amateur in that sort, right? Like you ask about engineering, I can talk about all day long. When you're talking about fundraising, I'm actually, we're learning, right? So in that process, there's been many problems, many false promises, many ways of how people say they can help you raise funds, and in that process we wasted time, we wasted money, we wasted resources, and so I did not we did not want to look at it from that conventional approach. And when this opportunity was when this was given to us, and thanks to you, you've been very helpful to sort of help me understand a bit. I got to know that there's something of this club sort of a thing that exists, like where there is a closed ecosystem with no hinges attached, right? Like it's very transparent, it's very well worked out for small startups and startups who are actually looking for funds, and it's basically no caveat, right? And it's something that is very appealing, and it's a closed door meeting where there's not too many people, too many layers in between. So that is what was more interesting for me to be part of this.
And what did you like the most about the gathering? How was the gathering like for you? Did you get some new ideas, new suggestions, new partnerships in pipeline, perhaps?
Yeah, no, one thing I liked about the gathering is it's industry specific. And talking to so many people at the same time, it's almost like someone's interviewing us, right? So it's a good learning for us, where we sort of pitch in our ideas and they have their feedbacks, and it gives that reflection for us to see if there's some things that need to change on our end, or the story that we have is received well, right? So I think industry focused meets like this is going to help whether we secure funding or not. I think it helps us to sort of get an outside perspective, brainstorm, help, suggest, build connections, and see where it goes.
Cool, Rakesh. And what's the one thing that you can say, or you'd like to say to someone who's considering joining an event like that?
Before you go take the traditional approach of finding investors through investment bankers and whatnot, definitely look at services like this, where you get to meet the investors and the ecosystem directly face to face, to help you not only raise funds but also to support you and to guide you in giving you suggestions that may be relevant to your field, right? So definitely it's a very small expense compared to the traditional ones, and I think you can gain a lot. So definitely do join something like this.
Thank you so much, Rakesh. So after this gathering, there will be more participations in the general gatherings. And after the event, you will also receive all the contact information from the investors who were there. Hope you took notes. So please reach out to everyone
Sure.
while it's still fresh and hot. Book your calls, talk to them. If you need any kind of support, if someone's not responding, whatever, just let Lana know and she will help you with further follow-ups to make sure you talk to everyone who's interested and you can take further steps.
Definitely, Lisa. Thank you so much. You both have been really helpful, and appreciate the time.
Of course. Well, thank you so much, Rakesh. I think you were brilliant. Both Rakesh and Vinay was really helpful for everyone to understand more. And I also understand that perhaps, some investors would have thought like, okay, that's not a proposal for me, but at least they're bringing something valuable to you
Yeah.
that you can use for your growth and development.
Definitely. Thank you so much. Good night.
Much. Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye.